Well, Donald Trump vows to repeal the Supreme Court ruling against his travel ban. I'm Tim Black for TBTV. Donald Trump was in a speech earlier today where he was in Nashville, Tennessee, where he spoke about what we now know is a lot of contesting of his travel ban. Trump said it was a watered-down version of his previous ban that, as you know, blocked travel from predominantly Muslim countries, 7 of those. So he rolled back the number to 6. Here's what he said in Nashville. The president said he would take the case as far as it needs to go, including to the Supreme Court, in order to get a ruling that the ban is legal. All right, so a legal path forward will be challenging, though, as lawsuits work their way through federal courts on opposite sides of the country, in Hawaii and in Maryland, as well as in Washington State, where a judge may rule on another challenge to the new ban. Now, part of the reason why Donald Trump is having such a hard time with this ban is all of the rhetoric that he had on the campaign trail. See, it's very difficult to sell that this is not a Muslim ban when repeatedly on Twitter, repeatedly during campaign stops, he said specifically, we want to stop Muslims from coming into the country. See, this is against our Constitution, folks. You can't say you're going to discriminate based on religion. So the importance here, as you can see, to somehow juxtapose that it's not a Muslim ban when in fact you said that for months. And come on, guys, we know that that is at the core of this. Whether you believe that this ban should go through or not, you must conclude, or you have to come to the conclusion based on the evidence that it has something to do with people being Muslim. All right. In granting a temporary restraining order against the ban challenged in a lawsuit brought by the state of Hawaii, U.S. District Judge Derek Watson found on Wednesday that a reasonable, objective observer would conclude that the executive order was issued with a purpose of disfavor to a particular religion. It's very difficult to argue a point against that, because that, sir, ladies and gentlemen, is fundamentally true. So Trump's executive order would temporarily ban refugees as well as travelers from 6 predominantly Muslim countries. The president has said the ban is needed for national security. So this has a national security bent to it, but in the end of the day, can he get it through the courts? So Trump is defiant. He says he's going to rewrite his ban, but can he rewrite history? Can he go back in the time capsule and change the rhetoric on the campaign trail to make it no longer be an argument that a defendant, or I should say a plaintiff, could submit to the court to say, hey, he's targeting me because of my religion, not because it's something I've actually done. And folks, kind of a hard battle to win. So, depending on what side of the aisle you are on this thing, where you fall in line, I think I doubt very seriously that Trump will be able to get this through the courts. But this is something that the judge did say. He said the groups were likely to succeed in showing that the travel ban portion of the executive order was intended to be a ban on Muslims, and as a result violates the U.S. Constitution. In order to avoid sowing seeds of division in our nation, upholding this fundamental constitutional principle at the core of our nation's identity plainly serves a significant public interest. But this is only an early step in litigation, and the government could ultimately win its underlying case. So this is going to go around and around and around. Trump's going to fight for it. Judges in particular states, whether they be Obama-appointed judges or not, which probably has another ripple in it, right? But is it just that they worked under Obama, or they came into their judgeships under Obama? Or could it just be that they're looking at the Constitution here? Once again, guys, you cannot discriminate on the basis of religion. So, what can we do? How can we take religion out of the equation and say it's national security and it's just safety? But if that safety that you say you seek is based on defending yourself or protecting yourself from radicals within a religion, you get the catch-22 we're talking about? Hey, Let me know what you think in the comments section. Will Donald Trump be able to get this through with uncontested to courts? Will he win his day in court, so to speak? Or will this be dead on arrival? I'm Tim Black for TBTV. Follow me on social media. And like I always say, guys, don't you let nobody take your cornbread. Stay strong. Stand tall.